Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the eighth order of the day is the presentation and consideration of the report of the Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TET Fund on the Federal University of Technology, Sabon Birni Establishment Bill. Oh, sorry. The seventh order of the day, it's because it's my hometown. The seventh order of the day is the presentation and consideration of the Conference Committee report on the Federal Audit Service Bill 2023. Distinguished senators will recall that the Senate and the House passed different versions of the Federal Audit Service Bill 2023. The Conference Committee of both houses have met and harmonized the differences in accordance with the Senate Standing Order 87. Mr. President, you may wish to invite distinguished Senator Matthew Orugede to move the motion for the Senate to consider the conference report. Mr. President will invite distinguished Senator Matthew Orugede to move the motion.
Distinguished Senator Matthew Orugede, Edo South.
Thank you, Mr. President. The Conference Committee report on the Federal Audit Service Bill 2023 HB 399. I so move.
I need a seconder. Very distinguished Senator Ibrahim Hassan Hadeja, Jigawa Northeast.
Thank you very much, Mr. President. Ibrahim Hassan Hadeja, Jigawa Northeast. Mr. President, I rise to second that the Conference Committee report, Senate do receive and consider the Conference Committee report on the Federal Audit Service Bill, SB 399-2023, as moved by my able chairman, Senator Orugede. I so second.
Distinguished colleagues, those in favor of the motion that the Senate do receive and consider the Conference Committee report on the Federal Audit Service Bill 2023, say aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. You may lead the report, please, Chairman. You may present the report, please.
Thank you, Mr. President. Once again, I'm Senator Matthew Orugede. I represent Edo South Senatorial District. Mr. President, my distinguished colleagues, I bring before this report of the Conference Committee on a bill for an act to repeal the Audit Ordinance of 1956 and enact the Federal Audit Service Act of 2023 to establish the Federal Audit Service, provide additional powers and functions for the Auditor General for the Federation, and establish the Federal Audit Board and for related matters 2023. Introduction. The bill for an act to repeal the Ordinance of 1956 and enact the Federal Audit Service Act 2023 to establish the Federal Audit Service, provide additional powers and functions for the Auditor General for the Federation, establish the Federal Audit Board and for other related matters was read a third time by the House of Representatives and passed to Senate for conference on 8 December 2022. The Senate considered the bill for third reading and passed it with some amendments to clauses 33, 34, 35, and 40. Consequently, a conference was constituted by the Senate and the House of Representatives on Wednesday, 5th of April 2023 and Wednesday, 3rd of May 2023, respectively, to harmonize the differences. The Senate, at its sitting on Tuesday, 4th of April 2023, constituted the conference committee with the following distinguished members to meet with the House conferees with a view to resolving the differences between the Senate and the House of Representatives. I'll skip the membership, Mr. President, to go to the recommendations. The conference committee met on Tuesday, 23rd May 2023, and considered the areas of differences and resolved accordingly. To see the attached resolution of the conference committee for adoption by the Senate and the House of Representatives of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Conclusion. On behalf of the members of the conference committee, we wish to thank the Senate and the House of Representatives for the opportunity given to us to serve on this all-important federal audit bill. We are accordingly requesting the Senate to treat it expeditiously so that Mr. President can assent to it without delay. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. Any comments? Well, we'll go to the recommendation. And what is required is for us to approve the recommendation. Those in favor that the Senate do approve the conference committee report on the Federal Audit Service Bill 2023, say aye. Aye. Those against, say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of the Senate.
Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, the eighth order of the day is the presentation and consideration of the report of the Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund on the Federal University of Technology, Sabambin Establishment Bill 2023, SB 868. Distinguished senators will recall that the bill was referred to the committee on Wednesday, 20th November 2019. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Senator Ahmed Babaketa, Chairman of the committee, to move the motion for the presentation and consideration of the report. There are two educational reports, which may be...
He's not here. Is anybody presenting on his behalf? Okay, Prof. Very distinguished Professor Nora Ladi Dadut, Plateau South.
Thank you, Mr.
So, hold on, let's take the two simultaneously. Yeah, we can take the two simultaneously. So let the leader take the other one as well.
Okay. I need to be guided. The two.
Take the two, okay. The ninth order of the day is the presentation and consideration of the report of the Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund on the Federal University of Creative Arts and Studies, Ideto South, Imo State, Establishment Bill 2023, SB 454. Distinguished senators will recall that the bill was referred to the committee on Wednesday, 20th November 2019. Mr. President, you may wish to invite Senator Ahmed Wabaketa, being represented by Professor Laura, to move the motion for the presentation and consideration of the report.
Distinguished Senator Professor Nora Ladi Dadut, Plateau South.
Thank you, Mr. President. My dear colleagues, my name is Nora Ladi Dadoud, representing Plateau South Senatorial District. Mr. President, I rise to present the report of the Committee on Tertiary Institutions and TED Fund that the Senate do receive and consider the report on the Federal University of Technology Sabon Birni, Sokoto State, Establishment Bill 2023, SB 868. And simultaneously too, I do want to present the report on the Federal University of Creative Arts and Studies, Idiato South, Imo State, Establishment Bill 2023, SB 454, for consideration. Mr. President, I do move.
Yes, I need a seconder. Very distinguished Princess Stella Adaze Odua, Anambra North.
My name is Senator Stella Adaze Odua, and I represent Anambra North. Mr. President, dear colleagues, I rise to second the motion as presented by Senator Professor Nora. I so second, Mr. President.
This your seconding is incomplete. You refuse to give yourself your full this thing, but you gave the prof. You omitted the princess, and that is very striking, you know. We can't miss that.